Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2020 Core77 Design Awards packaging category. I am Hamish Thain, Vice President of Packaging at Ammunition. It is an honor to serve as this year's jury captain. I am fortunate to be joined by a fantastic bunch of co-jurors. With their help, we were able to judge this diverse category. Before we move on to the announcements, we wanted to share with you an overview of the submissions and how we judged them. There were a total of 63 submissions split between the professional and student categories. Packaging is an interesting category to judge because good packaging design can take many forms, dependent on specific business needs, project goals, manufacturing constraints, and the intended market or point of sale. When form is function, it can be hard to evaluate an eye-catching label versus a sophisticated out-of-box experience, or an elegant solution to a tricky physical challenge versus the appropriate use of innovative materials paving the way to more eco-conscious consumer products. They are all equally valid packaging design exercises. So, to evaluate the submissions fairly, we decided as a jury what the main function of each submission was and how well it solved its specific problem. That allowed us to score them on an equal playing field. This year's Core77 Design Award for packaging design in the professional category goes to Wild Love Cups.
In this entry, the packaging is truly an extension of the product. With great storytelling, the package combines graphics and structure to create a user experience that can be enjoyed by both the adult purchasing the product and the child who the product is for. The package also really reads as sustainable through its use of minimal processes, colors, and raw craft material. I really thought this project was delightful and on target for the product category and conservation story.
This package really stands out in an industry of traditionally overpackaged children's toys and products. This minimal design really showcases and gives access to the product on shelf. At home, this package has a second life as an illustrated toy playground by the child. Also, being completely made out of corrugated board, it is easily curbside recyclable.
The runners-up for the professional category are Lu Hua Mountain Spring Water and SAPSUCKER.
The Luhua Mountain Spring water bottle is a low-cost solution for a mass-produced product, and I'm so excited to see a packaging project win this category that shows so much restraint and a deep understanding of the production process. I love this less is more approach. Often in food packaging, you're working with incredibly slim margins, and it's amazing to see how much this project does with so little. Just a stock bottle with a two-color print and die-cut label showing a waterfall effect that communicates to consumers the mountains from which this product is sourced. The restrained and yet playful details at mass production scale really made this design stand out.
The SAPSUCKER packaging was definitely one of our favorites in the show. There's a real quirkiness that comes through in the idea of canned tree water. The way that the system comes together in this sort of fresh and fun way, it definitely makes it sort of jump off the shelf, makes me want to pick it up and explore it. So many of the extensions of the system are just beautiful objects that, we'd love to have around the house or have near us. I think there's also an honesty, which is really nice for an organic product, that comes through in the restraint of the system and also its simplicity. I think top to bottom, it was just a lot of fun.
With notable entries from Heights, Method Men's Shampoo and Conditioner, Proprietary Packaging Rebrand for IGA Grocery, Meaninghall Tea, Tian Yukong, Stacy's Rise Project 2019 LTO, and Smelted.
This is a great example of where a constraint in the real world, in this case a 25mm UK letterbox opening, forced new thinking and creative problem solving. This constraint required a new, slim pill bottle capable of being shipped by regular post. I really like the Heights bottle because it stands out in the uniform and relatively predictable pharmaceutical industry. The combination of a narrow bottle and sugarcane molded pulp shipping box stacked up to an impressive less than 25 millimeters.
Method Men Shampoo and Conditioner. An extension of the already well-known Method brand architecture, this packaging solution stood out for its smart use of color and renewable materials. We really enjoyed their urban camo color palette. It felt mature and did a great job of standing out on shelf. But what's most impressive is that Method has managed to push this entire line of shampoo and conditioner bottles to have a minimum of 65% post-consumer recycled content, and solved for the well-known clarity issues common to PCR applications with a smoke-colored flip-top lid.
This packaging graphic redesign is a modernization of nearly a century-old common grocery goods brand, IGA, or Independent Grocers Alliance. The updated graphics do a great job of striking a balance between maintaining the nostalgia of the brand and product while modernizing the overall look. A simple but effective end result that can now compete on shelf against larger, more ubiquitous brands. The Meaninghall Tea gift box is a world-class example of illustration and use of foil stamping. The intricate landscape line drawing on the outside of the box is carried inside and extended across the individual tea boxes. The contrast of the foil against the bold red and black paper gives this package a really premium feel and experience, which reflects the premium green tea inside.
Tian Yu Kong, meaning sky and emptiness, is one of our notable award entries. I really appreciate the bottle design of this entry. The color, molded hills in the base, as well as the asymmetrical shape and small disappearing whale create a whimsical narrative. Typically, we see clever bottle designs that rely on print finishes and graphics only. So as a structural designer, I was really excited to see a bottle achieve a strong impact without those traditional printed elements.
We really enjoyed the Stacy's Rise Project 2019 limited edition packaging. I think the strength of this project really relies on the conceptual sort of end-to-end execution that really makes a lot of sense for a company that is founded by a strong female entrepreneur. I think far and away this illustration set was the best of our show.
Smelted is another notable entry we received. With this entry, what really stood out to me the most was the playful illustrations. These illustrations help create consistency across all the consumer touchpoints, from the food truck and apparel to the menu and the pizza boxes. They also call attention to the lighthearted product names. Overall, the branding feels very appropriate for a company whose mission is to create unique flavor combinations.
The Core77 Design Award for Packaging Design in the Student category goes to Perish Food Waste Intervention.
At Blue Apron, food waste is something that we think a lot about, and this Project Parish from the Art Center College of Design did a great job considering the user and how to actively engage them in reducing food waste at home. The packaging structures are well thought out. I love the way this designer has considered everything from the tearaway labels that don't rip through the logo to even leaving space for the nutrition fact panel on the back of the pack. The naming system is smart and funny and feels like an effortless extension to the proposed line of smoothies, Smoothish, and pickles, Picklish. I thought the typography was really well done, and I also appreciated how the student explored how this product could extend to the digital space. Overall, I thought this was an incredible submission, and I can't wait to see what this designer does next.
The runners-up for the student category are Lady Business and Us, Contraception for Men.
This identity and packaging system from the Savannah College of Art and Design for the hypothetical feminine products company Lady Business is a fun example of how brand typography and graphic systems can come together to create holistic packaging experiences. Using the queens from a deck of playing cards, this product was designed to support individuals experiencing a menstrual cycle for the first time. The playful details, like the Q-shaped tampon graphic element, really brought this project to life. A bold and geometric approach that ignores the highly gendered tropes so common in this category. I really appreciated how well the system extended on a variety of packaging formats and still felt cohesive.
The runner-up in the student category is Us, a direct-to-consumer contraceptive company for men. This is a really impressive breadth of packaging work for a student entry, from bottles to pouches to boxes with many products in between. It is a cohesive set of many types of packaging forms and also translation of the brand on many different substrates. Also, a really well done and thoughtful presentation.
The notable student entries are Ace Urban Gardening, Flamio Container, Jeep Voyager, and Naked Skin.
The highlight of this entry for me is the modernization of the Ace logo and the cute seed pouch packaging. I really like the modern geometric seed pouches because I think it speaks to the current urban gardening trends.
The Flamio container is another notable student entry. The use of uncommon materials and the sustainable goals are really what stood out to us. We also appreciated the effort to give the package a second life by transforming it into a candle. This execution is interesting because it brings the end of life phase of a package into the consumer's home. And it also feels particularly insightful as many packages are actually incinerated.
There were many student entries from Packaging 1 classes. This in itself was really impressive, so please keep on entering your work throughout your studies. The Jeep Voyager packaging range was one of those Packaging 1 entries, and we felt that they really nailed the Jeep aesthetic and captured the brand in packaging.
Ultimately, it was both the consistency and the restraint that pulled this all together for us and really gave it some legs. The form factors, having a more interesting and notable approach that's distinguishable on the shelf from just a typical rectangular container was really interesting, paired with sophisticated tones, sophisticated typography, and an elegant and natural feeling illustrative style. Really drove the concept home.
Congrats to all the winners. And a big thanks goes to Core77, my fellow jurors, and all of this year's contenders.